Joined by UNO head women's basketball coach, Keeshawn Davenport. Coach, thank you so much for joining me.
Thank you so much for having us. Excited.
Before we start to talk about this upcoming season, I can't go without talking about the way last season ended. Your team was actually on the court as we canceled the tournament. What was that like going through that experience as the head coach of the team?
At the moment it was surreal, a little surreal, just being there and understanding what was going on, not only at our conference, but what was happening around the world. And, the buzz had been going on since the night before when the NBA had chosen to shut down. And then, of course, different conferences that morning had started canceling their tournament. And to actually be on the court and just hear that announcement made, it was surreal for a moment. And, the more I talk about it, since it has happened, the more I really realize what happened at that moment. But in the moment, it wasn't real at the time.
That team you had last year, one of the most successful you've had in school history, record number of wins, record number of conference wins. How do you want to build upon that for this upcoming season?
They were no doubt a special team, special in what they did on the court and off the court. And I always say student athletes recruit student athletes, and they did have a chance to have a part in some of our recruiting process in the fall. When we had some on-campus visits. So they stressed the importance of keeping going before they even got to where they were going, keeping going what they had started here. And then, during the spring signees, which was a special time in itself because we couldn't have any visits, I just made mention to them that I wasn't interested in rebuilding. For I look at rebuilding as tearing down something completely and starting all over again. And I do believe since Randy Brown's class, they laid the cement down, and then Rahima and the class that just left, they begin to build up on that foundation. And I'm just looking for a group. I don't care if they put the wood up. I don't care if they put a flower in the yard. We just have to keep going. We're not going to tear down and start over. We just have to keep going with what has already been done by those who were here before them.
You mentioned Rahima, and there was a couple other seniors that graduated that played a big part in last year's success. Who have you seen step up and take over that leadership role for this upcoming season?
No doubt DeAndre Thomas, Tria Bruce, and Jada Duncan-Tell all have stepped up in different ways to lead this team. And I'll be remiss if I didn't even, if I left out Mia Deck. So as we know, leadership comes in different styles. I have the very vocal one, DeAndre Thomas. I have Tria Bruce, who has actually become more vocal, but has always led by her actions. She's really doing a great job of stepping up, leading the young ones. Jada Duncan-Tell, even though she's a point guard for me, she's not as vocal and verbal, but she will do it all through her actions out there on the court, showing them how they are supposed to do it. And then Mia Deck has been a leader for us off the court when it comes down to the social and justice platform. So I have had four leaders step up so far this year, and we need all of their leadership.
Talking about needing their leadership, you bring in 8 new players between freshmen and JUCO players. Who has caught your eye early in this preseason?
They're all working extremely hard, but I do believe that Brianna Ellis, just her energy in the weight room, her work ethic on the court, her being vocal as a freshman as she is in a PG position, has been quite refreshing for a freshman to come in and be as consistent as she is. She's just extremely consistent day in and day out. And then Zoe Cooper has really come in, and she's really consistent when she's out there on the court as well. But I have to say that each and every one of my freshmen have worked extremely hard. I do believe the most improved one is Zanea Cordes. From August to November, she has shown so much of growth And I appreciate that they are doing exactly what I asked them to do, which is listen, learn, and improve every day. I'm not asking these young ladies to be perfect. I just ask them every day, listen, learn, and improve. So all of my freshmen are coming along, actually.
And kind of along those lines, just looking towards the season and the goals that you have for this group, what are some of those?
You know, we always have the goal to be top three in the state when it comes down to state schools. We still want to be amongst the top three. We want to not only just get to Katy, that goal has long left us now. We want to win. We don't want to just get there. I do have those returners who still have that memory in their mind of not being able to play their last. So we just want to work hard. We want to work hard. We want to compete. We want to do as well as we can do in non-conference season. It's going to be a lot of playing experience for the freshmen, for them to get accustomed to this division, this level, this speed, this quickness. But we don't back down. We believe that everyone is going through a pandemic, so it's no time to make excuses. Your goals are your goals, and we still have the goal to win. We want to win. So we're working every day. We're not so much focused on the result. We're taking it the process. We're focused on the process right now. So goals may look a little different in numbers, but the end result is we want to win.